Hello YouTube, my name is Marie, and today we're going to do something a little bit different. I am going to, I guess, kind of vlog. No, vlog's not the right word. It's more like I'm going to do a reaction to 30 but 17, the final episode. Just because I'm really not going to have time to do a full review of the show, even though I enjoyed it immensely all the way through, and I think it deserves to be talked about. Actually, I should check to make sure that episode 16 is actually the final episode, because with My ID is a Gangnam Beauty, that finale came out of left field for me. Like, I was so surprised that it was over when it was over. I definitely thought My ID was a Gangnam Beauty was a 24 episode show, so when I finished the episode 16, I was kind of just like, it's over? And not even in a good way, because I felt like something was off about that show the entire time I was watching it, so the fact that it was finished and concluded at episode 16, I don't think the show really capitalized on its great premise, even though it shoved down its message through your throat. So now that I just rambled on about a totally different show, let's look up and make sure that episode 16 is actually the final episode. Yeah, okay, so it's done. Okay, so I'm expecting this to be quite a ride of a last episode of a finale, because the promo for it that was at the end of the last episode made it seem like there was going to be a lot going on. Mr. Gung might buy her a ring, it sounds like, and it looks like she also might leave, so like, I have no idea what I'm about to get into, but let's do it. Why do I have no volume? Everything got no sound, or is it just Google Chrome? Sometimes it does that to me.
Hey, brother! Hey, over the past few weeks, we have been running a tournament over...
So, Internet Explorer has sound. Now, why doesn't Google Chrome have sound? And a lot of sound. Did anybody else hear that? Hey, brother! Come on, somebody out there has to know who that is. I mean, they're not small. There we go. Who knows? Did anybody else think that it was definitely her uncle that was paying her medical bills? I was predicting that he had gotten into some like legal trouble or like white collar crime or something. I also thought he might be in having an affair. And so I was quite surprised when it was actually the person who caused the accident who actually was paying her bills. But I also thought that was such a great touch. That whole scene where he goes to apologize just was so gut-wrenchingly, and I didn't actually really start to cry until Jennifer saw him, and she just like dropped her bags and like went for him, and that was just one of the most powerful scenes of this entire show. So that's another thing that I'm curious about this whole season finale, like what actually happened with her aunt and uncle. We shall see. Everybody in this show is such great actors. They all can like cry on the drop of a hat. To me, that's the true sign of an actor. I don't know why, because anyone can pretend to be happy, people do it all the time, but to show like real, genuine human sadness with tears, that's hard. An affair. What did I say? Oh, what? I was just kidding. I didn't actually think he was gonna die.
Oh my god.
Do you think it's the kid that the nephew, I can't remember, Chan? Do you think it's the kid that he saved? Like swimming that one time? Because K-dramas, you know, they love to connect everything. Everybody's got to be involved somehow. So I would bet you that the kid that he saved drowning that one time is her half-brother. Oh, liver. Rough. He is dead. And then they throw you in with that kind of music. If you weren't crying already, the music might make you cry. This date better just have all the cute feels. Oh my god, Pang. Okay. The dog. We gotta talk about the dog. There is no way that that little rat would still be alive, okay? Maybe if it was a cat, if they did a cat, it would be so much more believable that it could still be alive after 13 years. But a dog like that, no. I don't believe it whatsoever. I don't buy it. And it's one of the constant things throughout the show. Every time I see that small little rat, I'm like, nope. Oh my gosh, her sweater is so cute. I love the little hippo. I love it. See, even when she's sad, even when she's mourning, this girl still manages to smile. I love it so much. She's the kind of person I want to be. Oh my gosh, they're so cute together. Except for that dog. Aww, he's finally gonna find out what the ham thing is. Now, I don't know if this is true, but I heard recently that it's a, like, Korean myth or, like, a folklore that there's rabbits on the moon that make the elixir of life or, like, immortality or something like that. And I, putting it in that context of this show, I kind of like it because her mom taught it to her, and her mom is now dead, but she taught her, you know, the rabbit and the moon. So as long as, like, she always remembers her mom by doing that, her mom's not actually dead. It's like the rabbit and the moon is keeping her alive, hence the elixir of life. I don't know. I just kind of like it. I hope that that's a true fact and not just, like, internet bullshit, but I really love that rabbit in the moon or bunnies in the moon that I love it. That dog would be dead. I used to love small dogs. Like, I wanted one so badly. And then as I got older, it's like, with every year that I got older, the bigger the dog that I wanted, and now I want just, like, beasts. Like, I want big bears that I can just snuggle up with, not these little boot dogs. No offense to anybody that likes boot dogs. As I just mentioned, they used to be my jam. They're no longer my jam. So many fantasies about what would happen when she woke up. There's so many ifs in this show, and I don't know if it's because earlier in the season there was that conversation between Jennifer and Mr. Gung about that word if and how it's so sad, and they just made that emphasis on the word if. But now whenever they talk about it or reminisce or, like, wish something different had happened and they use that word, it sticks out to me like a sore thumb. And I don't know if it's intentional or not, because to me the message from that conversation was more that you have to let things go, and it does nobody any good to be stuck on the past like that, to be, like, thinking, oh, if this had happened or if this had happened. That was just how I interpreted it. And so to see that word continue to pop up so much in the script, I don't know how I feel about it. I'm a little bit, unless, like, later on in this final episode they, like, readdress that, Okay, so right after I just talked about how that word if is like bothering me a little bit, they addressed it like 2 seconds later. If I had just calmed down and watched, it would have been fine. But like, the doctor, like her childhood friend or whatever, he says, I say the word if too much and I think I should stop. And that's perfect. That's exactly what I was hoping would happen. So this guy. That scene in the last episode, like not this last episode, but like episode 15, where he's like, you don't like me? Like, shocked and taken aback and just like, I thought for sure you liked me. And then Mr. Goong is like, she likes me. Do it, do it, do it. Ah, I forgot about her. Her rival. Her one-sided rival. Oh my gosh, if there's a huge time jump before this episode's over, I'm gonna be so annoyed. I hate that. I hate time jumps in finales. It just...
그리고 혹시 독일 남자들이 막 되게 원하고 얘는 맥주 먹고 한속술을 막 아니 아무튼 절대로 안 된다고 해야 돼 절대로. 이거. 아직도 울어? 통곡.
Is he still crying? No, he's wailing. I absolutely love Jennifer. I'm so glad she's in this show. Every time she says anything, I just get a kick out of it. That time she just says, I love raising Mr. Gong, or Goon, oh fuck. Oh, he's running. He's really running. Annyeong. But is anybody else, like, not surprised by the fact that she didn't actually leave? Because it's almost the same thing that happened earlier in the series about how she was going to play in the concert because she felt like she was obligated to do so, like by her past self, by the young her that like really wanted to do these things, and now she doesn't want to do them anymore, but she feels like she should or have to because that's what she used to want. So I'm not surprised that she just did that again with feeling like she should go to Germany and not really that's what she wants to do. And I think become a musical therapist is what she actually wants to do. Or at least that's what I really hope she wants to do, because that's what I want her to do. Ah, I like that. A show filled with regrets, and at the end, he doesn't have any. I like that.
뭐야 그거 오늘 저녁에 시간 돼? 밖에서 저녁 먹고 들어가자.
Don't tell me you didn't shoulder dance to that song.
단둘이 좀. 그래, 가자. 아니 난데없이 뭐.
강호태서나 사회생활도 해놓고 했겠다. 여러 가지 일 겪으면서 많이 성장했어. 이제 진짜 서른까지 나이더라도 인간적으로 한 25쯤은 됐을걸? 그래 뭐 나도 생각 안 해본 거 아니야. 그래 해.
She's so aggressive. Let's do it. those shoes, though.
I was right. I was right.
The kid that he saved is totally her. She looks so good.
어떻게 오셨어요?
Don't think fail.
일어났어?
Mm.
우리 오랜만에
They're sleeping in the same bed. Oh, I love that. They have the crew and everybody down there. That's nice. Okay, and so ends another wonderful show. I think if you are looking for a romance, this one is great. If you're looking for a coming of age story, this one is great. If you're looking for a comedy, this is great. I think the arcs were perfectly done. I think the characters were beautifully written. I think that this is a 5-star show. And I don't give out 5 stars very often. I think technically 30 but 17 is impeccable, and I think all the acting is great, and I can't think of a single thing that I would change besides that rat dog. No. And with a heavy dose of just pure my own personal enjoyment, I'm giving 30 but 17 5 stars. I think you should go watch it. Especially if the premise appeals to you. I think that if you hear it and if you've watched my first impression and you're like, you know what, that sounds like something I might like, you probably will, okay? And it's done now, so you can just binge it. That's everything from me, and I don't know how many more videos I will be able to upload before I leave for a month. So please stick with me, I will be back, and I appreciate everyone who's subscribed so far and left comments. I get quite a few really awesome comments, just recommendations and discussions, so love it. You guys are great, and have a good day, have a good night, bye!